Hello and welcome to our show, Film Talk with AJ Dean. I'm AJ Dean, your host, and tonight we have a very special VIP filmmaker in the building, Ching Juhl from Juhl Media. She is a cinematographer, filmmaker, and also a musician. And I wonder, we may or may not hear her music tonight. We'll see how it goes. Let's give her a warm welcome. Hello, Ching. So very nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm good, AJ Ding. So great to see you finally. I hear your voice all the time on Clubhouse. Thank you for having me.
Isn't it wonderful? Thank you for being here with us. Isn't it wonderful to finally meet Ching? You mentioned we met on Clubhouse, and you host rooms, and you're a great filmmaker. You help people out all the time with advice, and it's just so good to meet you and put a face to that beautiful voice that we hear all the time. Ching, it's such a pleasure and honor to have you tonight. So I wanted to thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's get into it because I'm super excited about tonight's show, Ching. I've been so looking forward to this all week, and I'm thrilled to have you here with me. My Yang Gang Diary. I watched this, and it is phenomenal. It's a documentary by you, a beautiful film that will make you believe in people. Andrew Yang. It's about your campaign and support of it's a documentary of the Andrew Yang campaign, isn't that right?
Yes. So the film is about my journey of how I was sucked into this movement little by little without at the beginning without a clue what I was getting into because I love capturing events. So from one event to another, and then I continue to follow people who supported Andrew Yang for about a year. And then with lots of footage, wasn't even thinking making a documentary, but I was just making videos along the way. And then COVID came. So that the silver lining of COVID was I had a lot of time. So I started to put the whole thing together.
It's beautiful. It's very well rendered and filmed documentary. It's beautiful editing. It's smooth. It flows. It's enjoyable. I enjoyed it right from the beginning. You made it interesting and fun. There was different perspectives. You interviewed people. There was close-ups. There was scenery. It's got a little bit of everything, and I so enjoyed it. So thank you for creating it. And this was amazing because you went on a journey to several states. And at one point, I felt so sad. I saw something happened in the movie. There was a sidewalk that was not safe, and you ventured out anyway. Bless your heart, bless your soul. And what happened? Can you tell us a little bit about that? It was kind of catastrophic in a way, wasn't it?
I was just glad I didn't have to go to hospital. That would be a disaster. Well, we always group three people together in Iowa. I was in Iowa City that accident. With a lot of young guys in one hotel. There's 40 of us all staying in one hotel. It was like a winter camp. It was so much fun. So that particular day, Arturo joined our team, which is switched around, and he actually made me to get down to canvas because usually I'm the Uber. I'm a young and Uber. I drive, and then people in the car they came out. It's like a tank. I'm the tank driver, and then people come out, go shoot, and surrender. And anyway, they go out, they knock on doors, and then I keep driving and pick them up, and then we'll keep driving to another location. So that day, Arturo made me come out, say, let's go. So I went with him, and I think I was a little rustic. And I was watching him. He is very, very good canvasser. He talks so smoothly to the voters. I was just fascinated by him. I was filming him. And then the next thing I know, I was on the floor. I basically just like like that. My whole face was on the floor like that. So yeah, luckily I had a very heavy down jacket, long jacket, and so if I was wearing something thinner, I would be really hurt. So I was on the floor for 5 minutes because I couldn't get up. There were like three gentlemen, three young, and they were like, "Hey, Ching, what's going on?" So eventually I got up, and then my teeth was chipped, my nose was bleeding, and whatever. My lips was red. So we didn't want to go to hospital. We went to Walgreens. So Arturo drove me now, went to Walgreens, and they get some Band-Aid and some, infection juice. That's it. So
Gosh.
then that night we went to bowling.
You did?
Yeah, it was a bowling party that night. I
Oh,
went. Yeah.
amazing, amazing. And how did you do? How was
I
bowling?
was just watching and filming them. I don't bowl. I watch, I interview people.
You know what, Ching? I just want to say you gave it your absolute 100, 1000% heart, and you made, and you made the best of it out of a challenging situation and that accident that happened. I'm so sorry, but I'm so glad you're all right. And you even filmed you putting your band-aid on and just moving forward, right? That's the lesson, right? Is that the lesson throughout this?
Yeah, as long as my bone was not broken and, just a little scrape, and I didn't realize, yeah, the cost later to fix one chipped teeth, I spent like $2,000
Wow.
because they have to put crown on both teeth. So
Yeah, they can be so expensive. So you're pain free now, right, Ching?
yeah, yeah, I'm
Okay,
good.
okay, good. That's wonderful. I did want to ask regarding Andrew Yang, how is the movement? Where is the movement now? What's he up to? What's he doing? How is he? It's called the Forward Party. Tell us about that.
Well, Andrew Yang was never stopped after he suspended his presidential primary campaign because he didn't do very well in Iowa nor New Hampshire. So we were heartbroken. He suspended on February 11th, 2020, and then he started to race for New York City mayor in 2021 January. That I follow him a little bit, not as much as Young Gun Time as presidential. And then by June he suspended that one because he was not the front runner. Then he already was into his forward party. We did not know. So in October 2021, he published his second book called Forward. And I read that book, and I love his writing. He's very expressive, he's very genuine, he's a great storyteller. So people should read his book. The first one I read is called The War on Normal People. That book really sold to me. And then a Forward is a really good book. He talked about why he was running for president, why he was running for mayor, and what he's going to do with the Forward Party. So right now, Forward Party, I think they reached out to most of the cities, most of the states in the United States. I think they established their party, and basically it's a independent party, and we're not left, we're not right, we're forward. And so I think it's a very positive message, because United States, I think overall the politics of with two parties are not perfect, and in Europe, I believe in Germany they have six parties. So I think a monopoly of two parties, they are not perfect, they are all at times, evils, and so I think having a middle party is a good idea in the long run.
I agree. And as I watched your documentary on Amazon, by the way, it's on Amazon. Please, everybody, check it out on Amazon Prime. You can watch it, and it is beautiful to watch there. It's nice, really nice to watch it. So please, I encourage everybody to do that. And, Andrew Yang has a very wonderful way about him. He's very calm, he's very chill, and yet he's got these brilliant ideas like the universal income,
Basic income.
basic income, yes, UBI, and other wonderful ideas that are very, innovative and forward thinking. How can people support him, Ching? Do they just go to andrewyang.com or?
Go to forward.com and they have a very good website and people can donate and they just had we just had a meeting actually last week, yeah, and there was a lot of people. They had a Zoom webinar and a lot of speakers made a talk and looks like a very good direction where they're going. Yeah, from many states and from many intellectuals or business people or politicians. Yeah, so I'm definitely a forwardist.
It's time, isn't it? And you won 5 awards, probably more, for this documentary. We can see here you won the Rome My Yang Gang Diary for the Awareness Festival and Montreal and a few others. So congratulations on that. So much, Ching. It's just amazing. And Ching, you are, I'm really proud of my 2.2% Chinese dye heritage. I'm very proud of that. And I wanted to ask you, are you 100% Chinese?
Yes, I'm 100%. Yeah, my mom and dad was all born actually in Shanghai, so I was born in Shanghai. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Now, you're an American citizen now, right? This is your home.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's amazing, isn't it? How I think you live in New York. Is that right, on the East Coast?
Yeah, I live on Manhattan, New York City. Yeah, I've been here for 24 years now. But I came to this country in 1985 with $35 in my pocket, and I made it.
Wow, Ching, you've done very well. I just want to give you congratulations.
Thank you.
Bravo, Ching. It's not easy, especially New York is so expensive. So you've been very smart with, well, you're very, you're very resourceful. I already know that through Clubhouse and how you think, and I'm just so proud of you. You've done very well, and you're also a musician, right? You play the violin.
Yeah, my first training is I play the violin and then I switched to viola. So I'm a violinist and a violist. Yeah, I play professionally for more than 20 years.
That's
Uh, yeah,
amazing.
until I taught in college as well, so I'm a adjunct professor for 15 years in St. Joseph's College. And for Andrew Yan, actually, I quit my teaching, and so I can canvassing for Andrew full time. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Now you have a video production certificate from New York University. Amazing. Congratulations. Your Master of Music in Viola Performance from Indiana University. And on screen right now, we have Viva la Viola, a documentary by you. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how people can see it?
Yes, Viva la Viola right now, you can see it on Vimeo, my Vimeo account. You can just type in Viva la Viola slash Ching Juhl. You probably can find it on Vimeo and it's free. And also, I think it's on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, Jewel Media. So I think it's on there. It's a very well put together work. I was invited to direct, to shoot, to edit by Shanghai Conservative Music. They were having a international viola festival in 2018 with about 200 people joining from all over the world came to Shanghai and for 7 days of celebration and play concerts, master class, lectures. So I cover about average 6 events a day myself. I do have two teams work with me, but I go, just from places to places because it's like a conference, you have different rooms and you go different places. So 7 days, yeah, and then I gather all the footage and I edited the work, yeah. So it was very intense. I probably edited for a whole month Yeah. So it's a great, great. You'll be so surprised how the level of Shanghai and China, their viola and their music level is so high. Plus, they have like people from all over the world, from Denmark, from Japan, from Germany, from Spain, many, many country violas. They all came.
Amazing. So it's an international, it's really internationally represented. And I love things like that. It looks like it's in a beautiful theater as well.
Yeah,
Um,
this is a concert hall. The group of people, there's a 70 people on stage. Played two pieces to open the show, the concert, and then after that, one person play, then two-person play, three-person play. So just go on and on until 12 or 24, and then they get on again to play. So the repertoire was so amazing, and the level of playing is just incredible.
Beautiful. So I encourage everybody to check that out on your Vimeo. I'm looking forward to doing that, to watching it. And also, I have One Night Stand on here as well. Now, this was filmed in Greece when you went to Deborah Wooten's Sifka last year. Is that right? Can you tell us about?
Yes. Yes, I went to Greece. This first time I went to Greece. The reason I went not only is because I know Deborah has a festival, and it's also because I was influenced by several people going. Um, Johanna Kasten was going. She's my buddy. She's an actress and in Massachusetts. And then Darren Danjou, filmmaker, and I am his fan. I was always in his room. He teaches a 1 minute Darren Dangshu 1 minute film school on Clubhouse. So uh, the other fact was I went because I was going to Germany uh, to watch my son's performance. He became a member of a Pittsburgh Symphony last year. He was only 22 years old. So I went to catch up their concerts in Germany and Austria. So after their concert, and I was like, okay, I have 10 days free. And then after that, I can go to Greece. So I went to Croatia for 10 days and then traveled to Athens and joined the festival. So I didn't think I was going to make a 1 minute film because I make 90-minute film. I don't think I could. But Darren Dangshu really pushed me, say you do it, just do it. So it was very intense. So I did it, and I used the material that because in Greece there's a lot of cats on the street, um, stray cat. They don't have such a good system of fix them, and not having them having so many cats. So I love cats. I started filming them before even I knew I was making a 1 minute. And one night I saw a kitten. So, and then I took the kitten back to my Airbnb. And then I think I assume it's just she, I call her she. She stayed with me for one night. That's why I call one night stand. And then the next morning, the landlord came. Actually, really, she really came. She said, I'm coming in 30 minutes. So she came and she saw the cat and she said, "What is this?" And anyway, so I have to let her go, let the cat go. Yeah. So this whole 1 minute called One Night Stand is about the short story of how I got the cat, how I have to let her go. I didn't have a landlord in it, but Darren Dangzhu's voice was in it. Says, "Cats cannot stay here."
I love that. We want to say a special shout out to Darian de Anjou
Dangzhu.
and also to Deborah Wooten and Johanna Kesten. They're all fabulous people. We love and adore each and every one of them. Aren't they great people?
Yeah, I think because they're going also inspire me to go. So
Yeah, it's a
I
wonderful
we had
event.
we had such a great time. Yeah.
Yes, and it's a beautiful. I hope one day to go had a as wonderful well time in Greece,
I
right?
have a question for you. Do you know why is this a plastic bag? Can you guess?
I was going to ask you, what is it the remainder of food that? For the
I
cat?
bought, I went to buy cat food, right? A whole bag of cat food. And then I was missing the cat because she left in the morning. I let her go. So the whole leaving was very sentimental with the sentimental music on it. And that music actually was the viola playing was I played the music in the viola playing with the singer who's a Morocco, famous Morocco singer. And so I used that music. So I was looking for her at nighttime, the night before, the night after she left. So I was holding a plastic bag with the cat food in it. If you look carefully, there's like a black thingy inside. Those are cat food. Yeah.
Um,
And then in the end of film, you may not know, Greek people will get it. There is a little house on the street. I put the cat food on the little house. You know why these houses there? Just like a little like this. It is you will see in Greece next to the sea or in any street, they build this little like a temple, very tiny. Okay. It's the level of a standing lamp, which is not very tall. It is long time ago, whoever died on this spot, like a traffic or whatever, then they built this thing. Okay. And then people put food in this thing. It's like a little door you can open. And so, and it became a tradition. Then other people, if they need food, they can go get it. Yeah.
oh,
It's not just to memorize who died. So I found this one right next to my apartment, and I put the food on that little thing. So it's a symbolic of the cat will come to get it.
yes, yes, it's a beautiful memory as well. Thank you for sharing that. That's a beautiful story, Ching. And um, you made a friend forever, and that's wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for that. I just love stories like that, and how sweet that they build a memorial, and then, but it's also to help, cats and other people that may need that food. That's so wonderful, isn't it? It's a wonderful way to think. I think the Greeks really have it right, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. This
Yeah,
is so beautiful.
amazing. So I do have another two posters here that I want to talk about. And this is amazing. This is Black Lives Matter and That Moment. So on my notes here, first of all, I watched Black Lives Matter. I absolutely loved it. Anyone can watch it for free on your IMDb. It's right there. It's a beautiful documentary, not too long, but it captures everything about all the essence and the passion and the reality, and it's got the cops in there. It's got everything. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. This was before or during COVID, I would say, because the movement, the death of what's his name? He was beaten and he was actually choked by police and he died. And so in New York, we had a very big protest. So I followed that protest and for I don't know how many hours, maybe 5 hours. And yeah, and I got some really great footage, people kneeling down on the floor. Remember, they
Yeah.
raise their hand. They say, do not, do not shoot, do not shoot, So and I was able to find a couple of people, white girl, black young man, to interview them. I believe every time I go out to shoot these, what do you call, protest and rallies, I always try to find people to ask questions, to interview them, because I think it's important to hear their voices. And I also balance out. I like to interview older people, younger people, female, men, and black people, white people, So I try to balance out to hear different voices. So
Yes.
that is very amazing. Yeah, I saw police actually they look very sympathetic actually. They were not forceful, there was no violence, there was very peaceful but you see the passion like you said from the people. Yeah, it was a very orderly movement.
It was beautiful to see and watch. I encourage everybody to watch it. It was George Floyd. That's what his
George
name,
Floyd. Thank you.
right?
Mhm.
Yes, George Floyd. And it was it's a wonderful documentary of unity, community, and on my notes here, it's great how you filmed it right on the street, Ching. You captured the protesters, the police, the parades through the streets, and and also at one police plaza in New York. And I love it because you've got variety in there. You've got people playing drums, and I love that. Any music, I love, and I love that part as well. And anyone can watch it, like I said. So yeah, please check that out on Ching's IMDb. Go ahead,
By
Ching's.
the by the way, Black Lives Matter and My Young Gun Diary were Black Lives Matter was shot on iPhone and edited on iPhone. My Young Gun Diary, the entire film was shot on iPhone 11, edited on Final Cut Pro 10. Yeah,
Amazing,
yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Really? I mean,
yeah.
because it's high quality, beautiful cinematography. So well done.
I I'm I thank you for saying that the music of a person was knocking on a bucket. That was a very dynamic, transitional, and also a nice B-roll for me. And this footage and some other footage was bought by German broadcast company, so they made a film on this subject.
Really? Oh my gosh, you see, you inspire people, Ching, internationally. How does that make you feel? Congratulations.
That's good. They just searched me, on I guess internet. They found the film and they contact me. So yeah, so
Well,
that's good. That's good.
they've
Mhm.
got good taste, Ching. They've got great taste because they found you, and you're one of the best. And I love how I love your films. Can you share with us a little bit about that moment and where people can watch that and what it's about?
Yeah, that moment, I believe that is on Vimeo. I think maybe on YouTube. It's very interesting. I read I went to a function in Columbia University, was by a girlfriend of mine whose husband is Federico, who is the photographer. His book, he made a book about 79 images. He sat in empty land in Palestine and he went 3 times. He shot with the Hasselblad. That's the camera Hasselblad here. He does not use any digital things. So the book was beautiful. The Land That Remains, it's called. So I was very touched when I went to the lecture. I went just because my girlfriend said you should go. It was like I didn't have any motivation other than this girlfriend asked me to go. So I went and I was like, oh my God, this is such a beautiful book. Let me interview you. So I talked to Federico. So I actually interviewed him in like a few days later in Columbia University in a room. Then I made a half-hour video of our interview. So I showed this interview to socially relevant film festival in New York. Nora Armani, she's the director. I showed to her, and then she looked at. She said, "Make a 10 minutes film." So she made me make a 10 minutes film. Yeah. So I did. I made 10 minutes film. It was difficult because all I had was interviews. I don't have anything else. So what I did was I utilized his book. He gave me PDF his book, the slides.
Really?
And yeah, and then that 10 minutes also extended. I found his partner. So I partner meaning the partner help him. So I went to his house, Italian guy, and had an apartment in Harlem. So I interviewed him. Then I had an interview of Federico. So the 12-minute film with very, very good music. You guys should watch that. The music was played by my trio. Like I said, I'm a professional violist and I used to play string trio. I managed a trio called Jade string trio for 10 years, and I
Oh,
played it. We recorded this work by Paul Chihara, and it is amazing string trio. So I used the pulse music, the slow movement. It's very sad, very haunting, and very just, you listen to it, you feel the pain, So I use that music, and that music helped a lot for the whole film. Yeah.
amazing. Now, this this seems to be Federico's such a passion of his for the photographs and the land. Does it mean something to him, that land? Is it important? Is his life story?
No, it's like a Israeli occupied territory, and they drove all the Palestine people away. So the land that remains is were empty. So he was capturing all these empty house. A horse was walking away by itself with no any other things. So it's very haunting. The whole thing is about emptiness, about people have no home, or obviously, he's Italian, so he is, I guess, pro, Palestine people, So yeah, and he works for UN as well. So
Oh,
he had a pass of UN, so he was able to go in these territories, sat there hours and hours, and he shoots picture. Oh, one day he shoots two pictures. Two. Yeah, that's his style. Yeah.
amazing. So he sounds like a journalist as well, because this is historical. There's change going on in the land. So he's actually documenting it as well through his
Our
photographs.
film actually was shown at the Socially Relevant Film Festival in 2017, and Federico also came and we did a Q&A. Uh, yeah, it was the film was shown in a huge theater in Manhattan. So it was nice to see our film on a big screen. Yeah.
Fascinating. I love this. So I encourage everybody, I want to watch that too. And especially also for the music. I love that type of music.
Thank
I do have another poster on screen. This is a fun one. There's a group of people, they're all happy, they're smiling. It's a very happy, joyous time. It's called Lingering Time. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for digging into all these posters. You really did your research on me. Thank you. I had no idea. All right, lingering time. Very special work. I think it's 30 minutes. I was asked to. I was invited to shoot a 30-year reunion. These people, they are all musicians in their young. They went to Shanghai Conservatory of Music middle school. Okay, middle school. And they had a reunion. And I am a little older than them. I did not go to middle school. I directly go to college level. But I know a lot of people in it. So they asked me to go. So I went. That was 2013, I believe. Yeah, I went, and they chipped money for me to shoot, which is very little, like $60 a person, You figure that out, how much money I get. But yeah, I had to pay my own flight. But it was so much fun. We were together for a week, another week. And so I captured lots of celebration, lots of jokes, captured music also, because there's some recitals going on. Some of them still play music, like this girl in the middle with red. She is the concert master of Los Angeles Philharmonic.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. And let's see, some other people in the back plays music. There's a conductor, very famous conductor from China, Long Yu. He is over there with the black in the very back. Yu Long was there. And then another girl next to him, she plays with the Chicago Symphony. So lots of professional musician, and a lot of people do not play music anymore. So it's a really great celebration, and you see it, you'll laugh and you'll smile. There's no really curve, there's no tragedy, it's only fun.
I love that. I love that. And I see you in a beautiful blue in the front row. There's our Ching, and you're happy as well. I just love seeing smiling faces like this. Like this, it brings me such joy to my heart. And so this is also on Vimeo. Is that right, Ching? We can watch it there?
Yeah, I think on Vimeo and also maybe on YouTube. Yeah, I need
Great.
to check them myself. But a lot of things, when I like things, I put on Vimeo because it's a better quality. They compress less than YouTube.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you, Ching. And then next to this great poster, we have a picture of you. You're in the action. Here's your camera. Do you still film with that camera? It's a great picture of you. What were you doing? Can you share with us what you were
I
doing?
was this is actually I confess this is actually at a film festival and we were trying different cameras, you know. So I actually don't own this camera. Yeah, I was
Oh,
just trying. It's a Sony something something really big one. Yeah.
but it's
I
great. It's
actually
a great picture, though.
yeah,
It's fabulous.
I look like real. Yeah. Um, I have gone through many cameras, like maybe 10, 12 different one. At the beginning is kind of bulky and get smaller, smaller, smaller. So now is iPhone. Yeah, I think it's very difficult for me to go back to the conventional so-called or very, very high-end camera. I am not able to hold these heavy things anymore. So I prefer just to shoot with a smartphone and yeah, unless I have a big team working with me, then you know it's possible to shoot with a big one. I just think I host a smartphone video production room on Clubhouse every Friday at noon Eastern time, and we talk about that a lot because I think smartphone or iPhone. I start iPhone 4 now into 14. I have 14 the quality is so good as long as you have good microphone and you can actually pretty shoot with very high quality yeah film or footage so it's difficult for me to go back part of the reason is because I'm shooting all the time like all the time 24/7 so it's it's so great I'm always holding my iPhone yeah.
Yes, it's wonderful and it's portable. I love that, and I love the idea that we can do that from. It's really a blessing and a gift that we're able to do it through our
Right,
iPhones. I
right. The results is very good. You check, you know, my Young Gun Diary, you'll see it for yourselves. Of course, I shot on 4K, you know, and 24 per frame. And when you export, don't settle down for the low, you know, 1080. Try to export 4K or Apple ProRes. So then your image is so sharp. Yeah.
yes, yes,
Right,
and you can.
right. And it's also less intrusive, especially when you shoot documentary style. Um, first of all, you're forgiven in terms of it being perfect. It's okay to shake a little bit. It's okay to not, you know, color wise or yeah. But for me, when I did my Yangon diary, because I was holding a smartphone iPhone, people did not take me seriously. So I was able to talk to close to 100 people, interview them, you know. So it's they didn't mind because everybody seems like holding an iPhone, you know, or smartphone. So yeah,
Yes, and here is the phone in the picture, right? This is the phone that you
yeah,
use, right? And
yeah, yeah.
I
That's
love that you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is my designer did it, my poster designer who is a young gun, and it's very interesting. I want to tell you this story. Like he just called me now, Nevius, he called me when I was in the middle of the, you know, editing and said, Ching, you need a poster, do you? Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, I do. Okay. And I'll design for you. Okay, now you go wear that red jacket you canvassed. So that red jacket. So I wear that and it was during COVID, right? I cannot get it. So I took a selfie. This picture is from selfie with the hat. So I gave it to him. So he designed the whole thing. So it's his phone, I think, but my phone looks like that, and he put a logo there. That's Andrew Young's one of his logo. Yeah, Anyway, so I am very blessed with so many people helping me actually for a post, but I did everything, a lot of things I did myself. I edited the film myself. I didn't do color correction. When you go to see my film, no color correction. I did not do sound tweak. So the sound you hear is just when I did editing on my Final Cut Pro.
Amazing, amazing, because the sound is so good and it's so clear and it's
Mhm.
amazing. Really, really well done job. And what's next for you, Ching? I know, let's talk about your podcast because if anybody's interested, what's your podcast? Where do you film it on? How do you film it? And how can people get in touch with you if they want to be a guest?
Oh yeah, I started to interviewing people 2020 March because that's the beginning of a lockdown in COVID. I felt empty. I felt I have no young gun. Yeah, before that I was like a young gunning, and so I started to practice on my family. I interview my son, I interview my husband, I interview my old teachers, and it grew then. I interviewed my brother in China. So it grew now. I've done 240 times in 3 years.
Oh, congratulations. 240 episodes of what is it called, Ching? What's your podcast?
It my YouTube channel is called Juhl Media. So it's I just use StreamYard and to broadcast into Juhl Media's YouTube channel. So when you go on YouTube channel, my YouTube channel is a Juhl Media, and you will see three things. First is videos, and then shorts. In shorts, I only do music. I talk about how to play the violin, what to do with the violin, and some violin, other music things. And then you will see live. In live, you will see all my podcasts. So I've been interviewing filmmakers, musicians, politicians, entrepreneur. Tomorrow, I'm going to interview someone I met also on Clubhouse. She's a motivational speaker, beauty queen, author. Yeah. So every Wednesday, you can watch my live show. Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And what I like about a live show is that I don't have to edit. And also, I feel the energy, and it's not perfect, but it's okay. So I also get the audience to talk to us and to make comments, and so I like live, yeah,
That's
because I spend too much time editing videos. I don't want to editing my live. So YouTube started a category called podcast now. So they just put all my life into podcast as well. So I have a podcast you just click on it, they tell you how many things I have done. So it's pretty
fabulous.
cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
Fabulous. Congratulations. And
I want you to be my guest.
yes, 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 I will, Ching. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that. And we must schedule that so that I will be a guest
So
on your show.
okay.
Just yes, thank you.
So
So,
can I tell you what I'm doing now?
yes, yes, please.
Okay. I don't want to get too long because you have a time limit. Um
No, it's fine.
I
You're fine, Ching. Go ahead. Take as
okay.
long as you like, love.
Okay, I'm working on my current feature documentary, which I already started. The story is about a family, a Chinese family with three generations. People all play the viola. So the character will be four people. The first one is my teacher. She's also my stepmom. She's one of the most famous Chinese viola teacher in China. Her name is Shi Dishan. She's 85 years old. She's still teaching. She still drives herself to the conservatory to teach. So I want to go to capture that. And then the next person is her grandson, which is kind of my nephew, I guess. And he's a professional violist, and he plays with the Shanghai Symphony. And then the next person is my son, and who he joined Pittsburgh. So I have, and then I talk about myself a little bit. So I have a lots of archival things from last 30 years. So I have been digitized them. Yeah. So I only did maybe 1/5 of digitizing. I have 400 tapes to go.
Wow.
It's a lot of work.
Oh my
But
gosh.
Yeah, but I am leaving in less than a month to China. So I'm going to go film them. And we are going to play a concert on September 9th. So if any of you in Shanghai and come to see our concert, it's free. And we're going to play a concert of works by American composers, jazz tunes, British composers, and yeah, all kinds of Chinese folk songs. Yeah, so it's going to be
Wonderful.
a great
Wh-
concert.
When and where is it, Ching?
Oh,
So
we're going to, yeah, it's going to be Saturday, September 9th at evening time, 7 p.m. We're going to play at Shanghai Conservatory Concert Hall. Yeah, please come.
yes, please come. And if you can attend, oh, I'd love to. Oh my gosh. Now, will we be able to see something? Can I see a video of it later on?
Yeah, I'm hiring a what do you call media company to video with 3 or 4 cameras, and the whole project is part of the filmmaking because I want to tell the story of 4 of us, and so this concert is very important. I envision the beginning of the film is we play together, 4 of us, and then the film ending could be we play another piece together. In the middle, I will tell story, zigzag, zigzag, 4 of us.
I love that. I love that. And you're like my Chinese sister. I'm your Chinese sister. What is China like? You're going back there. How exciting. What is it like? And tell us a little bit about China.
Well, all right, China is extremely big. So many parts, north, south is very different. East, west are very different. So I was born in Shanghai, so it's one of the most cosmopolitan cities. Very how do I say, great shopping, great restaurant, and some streets are very westernized. And yeah, so Shanghai is very cultured, a city full of theater, music, different things. And what else? So when you go to Shanghai, you feel like New York City is so old and so, you know, the Chinese people come to United States, they just think of United States so raggedy, because in China they're very new. Their infrastructure has been building so much that made New York look really old. So yeah, and their rhythm is very fast. They're fast, like 2 times faster than New Yorker.
Wow, amazing. I would love that. I would love that so, so much. And I mean, it sounds so fun, and it sounds like, on the cutting edge of new things. And I would love that.
Yeah.
So I hope you have such a wonderful time. I know you will with your son, and I'd love to see that video. Ching, is there any way? I know this is kind of putting you on the spot, but is there any way? Do you have your viola next to you, or a violin, or anything? Could you play a little
Mm.
bit for us, even just a few strokes of the
Well, that means I have to get up to open the case and play something. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, it's not
yeah.
it's not near you.
No, it's right there. But will
Okay.
take me 3 minutes.
Yes, is that okay? Yes, please.
You sure?
Yes.
I have I have 2 instruments with me. One is electronic 5 string violin. The other is acoustics. Which one do you want here?
Whatever whatever you would like, Ching.
Oh, okay. I think acoustic. I think electronic 5 string violin is kind of fun.
Yeah, I'd love that. I would love that.
Okay, okay. I'll go get it. Okay.
Thank you, Ching. Here's the superstar herself. Hey, Ching.
Okay. This. Let me see. Let me put my headphone on. I can hear you. Okay. This is
Thank you,
this is a
Ching.
five string violin.
Beautiful.
Usually violin has only G, D, A, E, 4 strings, but this one adds a viola string. So I'm playing viola and violin at the same time. That's really cool, right?
Incredible. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's really good. So it looks kind of a little, strange. So I have a plug-in this wire, and then goes into a speaker over there, and so the sound is not coming from this box. It's coming from over there. Yeah. So I don't know if it's too loud. So
It's
violin
great.
player cannot have rings. So you'll notice if you go to orchestra, you don't see people usually wear rings here. So I just took my off. Is it too loud?
Good.
So do you want me to play a Chinese piece or American piece or any piece?
Yes. A Chinese, a Chinese piece, please.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm very good at with this piece. I play many times. This is called The Moon Mirrored in the Lake, or could be stream. Okay, it's a 二泉映月. It's written by a blind musician in 19 like 40s. Um, for erhu. Erhu is a two-string Chinese instrument and plays vertically like this, plays like that, like this, but only two strings.
Yeah.
So I'm just play a little bit, okay? Not too long.
Wow, Ching, bravo. Oh my gosh, so exquisite, so beautiful,
Thank you.
absolutely breathtaking. And I loved your passion. I loved it from beginning to end. And now it's immortalized forever. It's on my show. I'm so thankful to you. How do
Thank
you feel?
you.
I loved it.
You put me on spot. You didn't warn me.
Yes, but you are such a professional, Ching. You're such a professional, and you handled it with such grace and beauty.
Thank
And
you.
Ching, I love that so much. It's such a passionate and compassionate and 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 very deep emotional song. And
Yeah, it's
what does
kind of
it mean?
sad,
It's
It's
sad, but
sad.
so
It's like he's playing next to a lake and the moon mirrored on the lake, and it was very reflective. And he eventually became a homeless, actually, the composer. Yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah. But this piece is so, if you ask anyone is like, I don't know, over 40, everybody knows this piece in China. It's like very, very super famous.
Oh my gosh, I'm so honored. I'm so thankful. I'm so privileged to have had you on my show tonight. So, Ching, thank you so much, Ching. And so how can people support you, Ching? How can they follow you? Can they see you on Clubhouse?
Yeah, see me on Clubhouse. Watch my videos on YouTube channel. It meant a lot. Or I don't even ask people subscribe anymore because subscription by itself could be an empty one. It's important to see, content creators' work is more
Yes.
important. Yeah. And then go to see my Yangon Diary on what do you call Prime TV. Yeah, Prime Video. Yeah, it does cost like $1.99. And thank you, you spent $1.99 on me.
Yes, yes, and it's so worth it, so worth it. And I loved it, and I know everyone else will love it too. My Yang Gang Diary on Amazon Prime. It's just a click away, and then you can enjoy this wonderful journey that Ching Juhl has taken on with the campaign of Andrew Young and the movement for the forward movement, right, Ching?
Yeah, forward movement. Yeah, watch that. And Andrew Yan has a very good quality podcast every Monday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. He's very consistent. He interviews somebody, could be a entrepreneur or politician or any experts. Very good. They talk about very, very interesting topics. So watch him. And if you go watch my film on what do you call? On Amazon, and if possible, write a review, please. And also, it's very important to go on IMDb. I have an IMDb account, just Ching Juhl, and you can also rate my film on IMDb. Yeah. So all of these does not cost you too much money, your time.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that and support Ching Juhl. She's absolutely fabulous and wonderful. And Ching, I want to say anything else? Do you want to give your heart message before we close the show?
My message, I often say that is that do that one thing. One thing will lead to another.
I love that. I love that so much. So, Ching Juhl, thank you so much for being my guest tonight. And can you teach me? I'm going to say this. This is I think this is "I love you" in sign language. So, can you teach us um, "goodbye for now" in Chinese? Can you say that, and we can teach it? We can learn it from you.
Yeah, I want to teach you before goodbye, I want to teach you something. It's called 我爱你. Can you say that? 我爱你.
Ni.
Yeah, I love you.
Oh, I love you. Let's end it on that. 我
我爱你.
我
我爱你. Yeah, that's 我爱你. And then say goodbye is 再见.
再见。
见. Mm-hmm. Very good.
Oh, so Ching Sai Jian.
Look at that. 再见. Thank you so much, Agent D.